It's happening, guys. It's Tyler from Valve News Network, and today we are going to be talking about all the recent events and things that have been going on with Valve within the last couple of months. Because a lot of stuff has been happening as Valve is gearing up for the releases of the majority of the Steam machines and the release of the HTC Vive. Here we go. To get things started, Valve has actually started to update Steam Big Picture Mode in preparation for the Steam machines and the Steam controller before the Steam machines hit the majority of mainstream audiences. Now, the general changes are pretty much just in the user interface itself, but a lot of them are very welcome changes. As you can see here, pretty much everything has been overhauled, and the way you can get to certain community features, the way you can sort your library, and the way you can browse the store have all been made much easier. There still are a lot of things that Valve can do to be able to make the Big Picture Mode more usable, but it is a great step in the right direction. Next, Chet Faliszek at this year's EGX conference gave a talk about all the different things happening on VR and actually just straight out explaining all the different terms and things that are going on within VR to the general public to free up a lot of confusion. The talk is very interesting and a lot of cool things were said throughout the entire thing, but there were a couple things in particular that stood out particular to me. First and most importantly, they actually opened up to audience questions, and obviously we all know what kind of question was asked. Some guy did walk up to Chet Faliszek and asked,
is Half-Life 3 going to be in VR?
We were kind of betting if that was going to get asked. No.
You didn't answer my first question, though.
I said no.
But more importantly, he got into a lot of detail regarding the evolution of different kinds of media being experienced in virtual reality. Most importantly, he talks about 360 video and how it's not a technology that really works out. However, Valve has been working on a new way to be able to create three-dimensional VR photographs, and Chet mentions,
Valve's own Adam Foster just did a great blog post on SteamVR.com about photogrammetry. Go look it up. So it's a process that lets you take a bunch of photos, you use just a regular camera, of an area, and then you recreate the scene in VR, and it actually lets you walk around and move in that scene. You can get close to things. You see the parallax as you get close and move around it. So this is a shot from that. This is from our offices, and then they put Peabody inside of our office. So you can scan sets, scenes, areas, and recreate them to walk around in them, like you can do in that scene. You know, Adam even went to Iceland and scanned a bunch of physical nature scenes and did the same thing, and it's really believable. You think you're there, your body buys into it because all the ways you're used to seeing information reflected back to you.
This is actually an experiment that Valve has been doing for the last couple of months, involving taking a lot of different pictures from a standard digital camera from a lot of different angles and perspectives and being able to stitch those pictures together to create a full 3D virtual reality environment of the things taken in the picture. Now, without going into too much rampant or wild speculation, he did say that he was trying out an unreleased stealth game for the HTC Vive. It might have been produced by Valve, or it might have been produced by one of the many other third parties that have hands on the actual HTC Vive dev kits. While speaking on the HTC Vive, another thing Valve did was give somewhat of a disappointing but expected announcement, saying that the HTC Vive was actually going to be given a staggered release, and that the majority of public users will have to wait until 2016 before getting their hands on it, and that Valve and HTC are really focusing on distributing the Vive mostly to people that really need it, like game developers, people experimenting with the 3D VR space, and very popular people that can really demonstrate the full capabilities of it to a large amount of people. So yes, it might be a bit longer before we have the release date, price point, and when we can expect these shipments to be completely available to the public, but it is very nice to be able to know that even though Valve really isn't completely 100% focused on creating video games, they are still focused on creating video game experience. On the topic of video game experiences, on the gaming channel Node, there was a full direct captured video of both the Aperture VR demo and the Dota 2 Secret Shop VR demo. And now that we have a direct capture video of them, it is quite impressive on how good they look. But now that we have a direct capture video of what it's supposed to look like in the VR headset, it is quite incredible. And to be honest, I am very excited to be able to use this if I ever do indeed get the chance. The Dota 2 Secret Shop demo in particular looks really, really good. The only disappointing thing is that it's not not actually running Source 2. The Dota 2 Secret Shop demo was actually made in partnership with Valve. Valve was not in charge of creating the entire thing. Instead, Valve supplied the majority of the assets and the general way that the demo was supposed to play out, and another company put it all together. That's why this demo is actually running in a version of Unity and not Source 2. And lastly, Valve is expanding the Dota 2 competitive scene. We've actually known about the Dota 2 majors since April of this year, but we have finally gotten details on what the first Dota 2 major is going to be. We already knew that there was going to be seasonal competitions taking place in the spring, summer, fall, and winter, where the summer would be the international, but we now know what the fall major is going to be. It is the Frankfurt major, and it's going to be taking place in Frankfurt, Germany, with a prize pool of $3 million. Obviously, it's not going to be as popular and as talked about as the international, but hopefully with the more frequent majors and the more frequent competitions we're going to be seeing with the very competitive Dota 2, there might be more mainstream media attention for things like professional competitive games. So yeah, Valve is really working hard on being able to change the way video games are played and to change the way video games are looked at. But anyways, that was all the stuff Valve has been working on in the recent months. If you like this video, hit the like, comment, favorite, subscribe buttons. They really help me out. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'm Tyler McVicker. This is Valve News Network. Have a good day. Adios.